Hey guys, today this tutorial is going to cover how to understand symbols and different types of symbols for animation. So basically, so you know what a symbol is a symbol is something that's going to be stored into your library that will, in the long run, save you a lot of time, and it's a carrier for animations. So once you have something created, you can reuse the asset by using the symbol. So let's just say I have a square here. I'm going to go ahead and make my square, my rectangle tool, and I'm going to turn this into a symbol. What I'll go do is I'll select the item, go to modify, convert to symbol. Alright, I can name the symbol right here in this tab. I'm going to go ahead and name it blue square because that's what it is. And it says the type of symbol. We have a movie clip symbol, a button symbol, and a graphic symbol. Typically I work with graphic symbols. Every once in a while I'll use a movie clip symbol. And a button symbol is used for web pages for when you want to click a button, so we won't be using that whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and click graphic for this one. And I'll hit OK. As soon as I do that, you notice right here in your library, on your right hand side, you have blue square shows up. So now what I can do is I can drag the blue square into my scene. How many times I want to, there it is. So this is an instance of your symbol. So real quick, if I want to edit this blue square, keep in mind I can double click on it, and now instead of being in scene 1, I'm in blue square. And I just want to show you something. If I change this blue square to say green, you see every single one of these instances of the blue square now turns green. So keep that in mind. If you change a symbol, all of them will change. So how can I make multiple squares of different colors? I'm glad you asked that question. I'll show you. I'm going to go ahead and delete all these, and I can right here right click, and I can just go ahead and duplicate that symbol. I can call this green square now if I want to. And it says copy. I'm going to just take that off. There you go. Now I can go into green square, and by double clicking on there, now I'm in green square, and turn it green. By clicking on that, getting my paint bucket out, now it's green. Blue square, green square. Now I go back to scene 1, there's nothing there, because I can edit the symbols by double clicking them in the library. That's how you edit a symbol. So now, I'm going to show you something else you can do with symbols. Go back to scene 1. If I go under green square, bring it in here. Let's go ahead and bring it in here. And go into the properties. You can do all kinds of things with it. You got your positions with X, Y, and Z. Well, just X, Y. Sorry, this is 2D, not 3D. And you got color effect. Color effect is none right now. I can change the brightness. I can change the tint. The advanced is multiple things of these settings. And the alpha, in case you don't know what alpha is, it makes it darker. Lighter, more transparent is the word I'm looking for. Alright, I'm going to keep that at 100. And I'm going to show you one more thing. I'm going to go over some animation, but for time's sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to show you something you can do with this. I'm going to go ahead and go back into the symbol, and I'm just going to duplicate this key, move him over here, and then go back to the first key and move it over here. And I'm going to make just a quick little shape tween. And what this is going to do is just move the square back and forth. If I go back to scene 1 now, and I go back into the symbol's properties, you can see the options say loop. What this is saying that if I gone ahead and make this scene, I don't know, 130 long. Oh, I meant to duplicate that. If I hold an option, I can duplicate the key. And then I hit play, this animation is going to loop. It keeps looping. So just to give you an idea, that's what loop is. I'm going to go back into the properties menu, and if I just go on, this tells me what frame it's going to start on. So if I have it start inside the symbol, which is right here, green square, if I have it start on frame 10, it's going to start right here. So that's what the properties menu does essentially right there. So go ahead and go back on the properties, click on the symbol, and I can put 10 right here. And now that looping animation starts on frame 10. This to give you a little idea. I'm going to go ahead and put that back to 1. Now, what play once does is only lets the animation play once. Now, you notice on each keyframe, I have to change that. So I'm going to go ahead and change it on this one also. Now I hit play, and it plays once. So that's why you get animation to stop looping. If I go to single frame, that means it's only going to play that frame. So that way, if you just want the animation to stand still or for a couple frames, and then maybe when I get to a, let's say frame 40, go ahead and make another keyframe real quick. I'm going to say play once, then the animation, I just controlled my animation. It's not going to play until frame 40. So that's basically how a symbol works. I'm just going to real quick show you one more thing, a few things like a movie clip symbol. You can go ahead and go into the properties also, and you can go, hey, I want you to behave like a movie clip symbol. What does a movie clip symbol do? This is just the same as me going under modify, convert to symbol, and then making a movie clip symbol. What a movie clip symbol does is a little bit different. It has some cool little effects. It has your stuff just like, brightness, tint, alpha, and advance, but it also has filters. If I click over here at the very bottom and say add filter, I can go ahead and add, I don't know, a glow to this guy. I can make the glow color green like the square, jack the quality up to high. I can blur the pixels and see how it's glowing now. It's pretty cool. I can also break these little chain links. What that does is allows me to only go in the x-axis or blur in the y-axis. If I click them on, they will go exactly at the same time and at the same width. Just keeping that in mind. Now, there's all kinds of stuff here. We got bevel. So that gives me a nice little bevel. And again, I can still add the blur for the glow with this. It's still on there. If I want to delete the layer, I can just turn it off, put it in the trash can, just like right here. It's pretty self-explanatory if you know how to work with filters in Photoshop or any other Adobe product. And one thing I must warn you about movie clip symbols is movie clip symbols, they cannot hold an animation in there. You can animate a movie clip symbol. So if I go to scene 1, you can see that this guy is still moving, but you can't keep an animation inside of a movie clip symbol. So it's only good for making like spotlights or something like that. But if I have an animation inside of an animation, it will not work with a movie clip symbol. So just keep that in mind. Just want you to be aware of that. And if you do make a movie clip symbol and like, hey, my animation isn't playing, what's wrong? It's pretty easy. Just go under this tab and switch it to your graphic symbol. But then you don't get the cool color effects and filters with it. So just keeping that in mind. Why Flash made it like this, I don't know. I wish they would change it because you could get some pretty cool looking stuff out of it. Anyways, well, thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you got a better understanding of how symbols work.